Happy Friday, good people. This is your Poolproof Wisdom Moment. There's a lot going on all the time for everybody. We are pulled in so many different directions between individual needs, friendships, personal needs, family needs, work, you name it. Trying to build something, being entrepreneurial, doing all the things that we think we're supposed to do that helps us to get on the road to happy. And in the midst of all of that, we can sometimes become so immersed in the one thing that we forget about the other thing. We acknowledge that we need to do something else, but we can't quite carve out the time for it. The ability to find an opportunity to center ourselves and focus gets lost in the mix of all of the things that we are doing so that we can do the things that we hopefully want to do. So how do you find focus? A lot of people will send you to a management book. A lot of people will tell you that you need to do a lot of different things and take these steps. Write it down, put it in a journal, whatever the case is. It's another thing on top of all of the things that you are already trying to find a way of doing. Here's something I want you to understand about focus. Focus isn't something that all of us have. We have to build it up and we have to find our own way to it in individual steps. And those steps should not be many because guess what? We don't want more stuff to do. But what I've found, good people, in my own experience is that to find focus means that you do have to be centered in yourself. And what goes with centering yourself is understanding that for most of us, I'm not going to ever speak to everybody, but for most of us, the ability to focus lies somewhere between rage and serenity, somewhere between sadness and happiness, and somewhere between fear and fearlessness. Did you get all of that? Between rage and serenity, sadness and happiness, fear and fearlessness. We are in the center of it because we're being pulled in those directions accordingly. Sometimes we're going to need to find out exactly where we stand. And if we are in the end of a spectrum, where we are on the side of rage, where we're not going to be able to do things there. And sometimes if we're too much on the other end of the spectrum, where we're so serene that all we can do is hum and do a kumbaya moment, you're not necessarily going to feel compelled to take the action to do what you're going to need to do. Same things that relates to sadness and happiness and fear and fearlessness. You have to find the center ground. It's like so many things in life. What is the center ground so that you have enough of the one and enough of the other to do the thing that you need to do? That's the big question. But if you really want to find your focus, these are the things you must do. Center yourself between the extremes. Let me say that again. Center yourself between the extremes usually means that you will find the place that you need to be to do the things you need to do, to focus on all the things you want to do so that you can have the life you want to have. It's never a question of extremes. It's always a question of, are you finding the balance you need in your life? Balance, good people. That's what we're looking for. And I am hoping that for you today, you will find it on your own terms, through your own means, so that you can live the life you want. And that is your Poolproof Wisdom Moment for this week, this Friday. Going into the weekend, find your balance, find your hope, find your happiness, and I guarantee you will find the life you want. I'll see you here again next week. Have a great weekend.